Good morning. It's good to be with you this morning as we gather around a cup of coffee or perhaps a Diet Coke or whatever you're drinking this morning. Today is Ash Wednesday, take two. Ash Wednesday was last Wednesday, but I was stranded in Denver, and the congregation here had been kind of stranded by snow. So a lot of Ash Wednesday services got canceled last week. So we're doing Ash Wednesday this week. It's a week late, and yes, we're taking one of the normal Lent Sundays, or Wednesdays, but it's worthwhile for us to take the time to do Ash Wednesday. Now, I know that there are some that don't agree with that. In fact, a very good friend of mine doesn't celebrate Ash Wednesday, and that's his prerogative, and he has reasons for that. But for me, I believe that there's great value in us taking the time to remember that we are mortal, to take the time to remember that the God of creation who stepped down onto this planet and formed us out of the dust of the ground reminds us that that's where we're going back. As a consequence of our sin, as a consequence of sin in the world, dust you are, and to dust you shall return. But we also need to put that up against what Scripture also tells us. As David cries out and says, "What is man that you are mindful of him? If we're but dust, Lord, why do you care about us?" But he does. Paul would later say, while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. The psalmist would write, "We are fearfully and wonderfully made. I know that full well." You see, there's this great contrast going on. We came from dust, and to dust we shall return, and yet we are valuable in God's sight. We are prized. We are loved enough that he would send his one and only Son into the world to redeem us. So ponder that great paradox as we hold those two views in tension today, that we are but ash and will return to ash, but we are so deeply loved that God sent his only Son to rescue us. So I don't know what your church is doing today, but if you're in the Arlington area, you can join us for Ash Wednesday Take Two. I hope you're having a blessed day. I know this is a brief message, but it's what I was pondering. So thought I'd ponder out loud. You have a great Ash Wednesday Part 2, and we'll see you next time we turn this little duty on.